Hi, today we're going to look at congruent triangles, and we're told at the beginning of today's lesson that our triangles will be congruent, as opposed to in yesterday or in the last lesson we had to show that 6 sides were congruent and 6 parts were congruent, 3 sides, 3 angles. So today we're going to start with these triangles are congruent. What else do we know about them in the picture? Okay, and so we have this acronym CPCTC. Sometimes I remember the order of it by saying cuddle puppies because they're cute, but that is not what it stands for. It stands for corresponding, and remember, corresponding means you're in the same position. You correspond to one another. Okay, you're in similar places. So corresponding parts, and then we say of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay, so if 2 triangles can be proven congruent, then all of their corresponding parts are congruent. Okay, so we're going to use this idea of CPCTC to list congruent sides and angles of triangle RST, which is congruent to triangle XYZ. So even though I don't have a picture, I can go ahead and tell you what parts are congruent using CPCTC. I know that in my congruent statement, order is important. So I know angle R, capital R, is going to be congruent to angle X. I know angle S will be congruent to angle Y. I know angle T will be congruent to angle Z. Okay, because order is important. So the R was the first letter, so it matched with the X, which was the first letter. The S was the middle letter, so it matched with the middle letter Y. And the T was the last letter, so it matched with the middle letter Z. When you're looking to list the sides of the triangles are made up of segments, so we look at the segments. The first 2 letters are RS. So I know segment RS is going to be congruent to segment XY. Okay, and then I know segment ST will be congruent to segment YZ. And then my outside 2 letters, segment RT, will be congruent to segment XZ. Okay, so now let's stop really quick and talk about the difference between the congruent symbol and the equal symbol. Whenever you see the congruent symbol, because here we're going to be looking at these 2 triangles, which it tells me they're congruent. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and what's nice is they're sitting in the same place, so what looks where it is here is where it is going to be down here. But notice some places I have equal symbols and some places I have congruent symbols. So we need to know what are they looking for, what's different between them. Okay, so when we have the measure of angle D equals, anytime you see the equal symbol, we're looking for a measurement. Which means we're going to be looking for a number, a value. Okay? When you see congruent, when you see the little squiggle over, that means we're looking for its matching part, not a number. Okay? So when you see the congruent symbol, we're looking for the matching part. Or the corresponding part would be the more geometrical way to say it. The matching part, the corresponding part. Okay? The corresponding part in those triangles. Okay? So when we look, here I see the measure of angle D equals. So equals means I'm looking for a measurement, a number. Okay? So the measure of angle D equals, well, D matches with A. And A is 45, so that means D is also 45 degrees. Okay, then when I look to the right, I see I'm looking for a congruent symbol. So I just want to know what part does angle E match up with. Well, I know it's an angle, so it's going to match up with an angle, so I have to have my angle symbol. And then if I look here, I can see that E matches with C. I don't even have to look at the picture. I could say, okay, I know this angle is going to match up with this angle. Okay? All right, then the next one is asking about the angle B is congruent to. So again, congruent to means I'm just saying what part matches it. I know it's an angle, so it's going to match an angle, and B will match F. I don't even have to look at the picture. I could, and I could say I know this angle here, B, is going to match this angle here, F. Okay? So then when I look at the next one, I'm back to the measure of angle E, just like I was here, but this time I'm looking for what does it equal? What is its measure? Okay, what is the measure of angle E? The measure of angle E, I know angle E is congruent to angle C, so if C is 36, that means E is also 36 degrees. Okay? All right, so then the next one, I have segment AB. So I'm looking at segment AB is congruent to. So again, I'm looking for the matching part. I need to indicate that it's a segment. And what does it match with? So AB is my first two letters in my congruent statement, so it's going to match with DF. And if I look over here, I could mark that AB is going to match with DF. Okay, well then my very next one says, well, what is DF? DF, I know matched with AB, and I'm looking for equal, so I want to know what is its measurement. Its measurement is 32.1, because these have the same length. They're congruent. Okay? So now I'm looking at the measure of angle F equals. So equals means I'm looking for the measure of angle F. And angle F, we already said, matches with B, which is 99, so it is 99 degrees. Okay? All right, and then the next one says the measure 8y minus 5 equals, we're looking for a value. Well, let's see, where do I find 8y minus 5? I see it right here. And I know it's this angle, which we just said equals 99. So then when I want to find y, I can come off to the side and I can do 8y minus 5 equals 99. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. 8y equals 99 plus 5 is 104. Divide both sides by 8. 1y equals, let's see, 104 divided by 8 is 13. So y equals 13. Okay? All right, then I have a 2y plus x equals, I'm looking for a number. 2y plus x is going to be the length of FE. So I need to know how long is FE. Well, if I look up here, FE in my congruent statement are the last two letters, so it's going to match up with BC, which is 38.4. So this equals 38.4. So now to solve this one, I'm going to do 2y plus x equals 38.4. Since I have two variables, I can't solve it. However, we already found out what y is. Y is 13. So 2y, or 2 times 13, plus x equals 38.4. 2 times 13 is 26. I'm just doing that multiplication, that simplification. So just subtract 26 on both sides, and x equals 12.4. Okay? All right, so hopefully that helped you. We used congruent parts of congruent triangles are congruent and the given congruence statement to be able to fill in all of these missing values. Okay? In the next video, we are going to continue using our CPCTC, our congruent parts of congruent triangles, to complete some proofs and also do another example. Okay? Thank you so much for watching.